Good morning to everyone here participating to this session, this roundtable, where we will talk about the Dev Embedded Systems Design Services. First of all, I would like to thank you for participating, and I will start providing some information about the Dev Embedded System portfolio. Dave Embedded System is an Italian company based in an area close to Venice, and we develop since more than 20 years now system of modules solutions based on mainly ARM and FPGA technologies provided by different vendors like NXP, Xilinx, ST Microelectronics, and Texas Instruments. These solutions are the key technology we have, and together this technology, we offer our customer additional services in the area of embedded systems. In particular, we offer customers to design carrier board, so integrating the carrier board, typically also the system of module, together with other technologies like display and touchscreens, resistive or capacitive, camera modules, so video inputs from sensors, and connection technologies like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular technologies. Once we have designed an embedded system, the hardware part, of course, there is another extremely important part, which is the software side. And we integrate together all the aspects that brings your embedded system to a finished product. So we offer software, board support package, mainly under Linux, Android, real-time operating system, and FPGA design. So we provide U-Boot, Yocto, and other technologies in order to have your software, your base software. And we have also the capability to integrate on top of that also technologies from the industry. So work with specific field buses, specific software protocols like the PLC IEC 61131, and Modbus, and so on, EtherCAT. And last but not least, once the product is completed, we have our own manufacturing line which is capable to produce the products we are designing. Going ahead, we recently, during the last couple of years, we have introduced new services in our portfolio, which are also the capability to develop solution in the Internet of Things or machine learning, providing not only at the edge side but also at the cloud side solutions. And we are able to design and develop AI solutions based on neural network algorithms on the edge directly. So if you were yesterday with us, we presented our machine learning capabilities and services. And if you want to know more, you have just to go to our website and see what we are doing. And last but not least, we are also providing, and this is part of the embedded design solutions we offer, application level services. So developing graphical user interfaces based on Qt, Python, web engines, storyboard from Crank, and so on. The company is a company located in Italy, as I said, in the east part of Italy, and we have an office in Munich. Here with us there is Uwe, Mr. Uwe Rutgers, which is our sales representative, sales director for the DHCH market. And the company is growing, even in 2020 we grow, and we are 20 people here working, with other 10 people around the world promoting our brand. Going specifically in the target of this discussion, Dave Embedded System has different services, and now we start from the hardware services. So As I already mentioned, we design a system of module, which means an edge card with a processor, some memories, RAM, and some physics like Ethernet physics on board, which means a system that includes the complex technology, hardware electronic technology. And starting from this building block, we are able to provide customers with solutions in the area of carrier board design, camera module design, and IoT hub solution design. This means that Dave is available to use our know-how, our core technology in order to develop a solution that can be deployed in a box, in a mechanical enclosure, in order to satisfy a specific technology, like in this case an agricultural device. So this is one of the core competencies and services that we aim to provide to all our customers. Another service in the embedded area is to support customers in the development of their own application, starting from the board support package services. So this means that we not provide only a source code with Linux and U-boot for our boards, plus some documentation. We aim to be a partner with our customers, so we help him developing virtual machines where inside there is already our tool chains installed, pre-installed, and we are available to integrate on our machines, our servers, or on servers at the customer side, building systems for Linux, for Yocto, for other functionalities like connected to the real-time FreeRTOS. We are partnered with Windery, so Vixworks, or Xenomai. Of course, customers may require to have some services in order to reduce the size of the RUFL system, to reduce the booting time of their application, or they need to have some strategies and redundancies in order to prevent problems during the start. So customers want to have a watchdog active, they want to have a gold copy of the bootloader or the kernel, they want to have specific formatted areas for storage data or the source code, the building code for the processor and so on. So we are very happy to support customers understanding the requirements and developing a successful strategy. Going further and going upper in software layers, Dave Embedded Systems in the recent years has includes in his services the capability to support customer in the graphical user interface design, in the cloud graphical user interface design, and on the design of real-time applications. Starting from the graphical user interface design, Dave Embedded System is able, with its own technical team, to develop applications based on Qt. So this means not only the front end but also the back end of an application. We are also using a very interesting tool called Storyboard from Crane Software, which is a very powerful tool for the front end design, which make it very easy and available also for designers directly. So once the system is set up with a storyboard, it's possible to leave the responsibility over the graphical user interface to designers and not to programmers. And finally, of course, there are other standard solutions. We can support and design applications based on web pages using Node.js, Electron, and so on. Or we are also able to develop Android applications not only over our processors but also for standard mobile solutions, because nowadays Industry 4.0 applications requires to have very often it should be the same application running on the target solution, embedded solution, and also on mobile, and maybe also on the cloud side. Further on cloud graphical user interface design, we are able to manage the security at the edge side and at the cloud side, installing certificates, using secure boot, and other stuff we will see in the next step. We are able to design and develop with customer the graphical design of the cloud interface. Typically, these services are provided to customer in SaaS, so software as a service, in order to simplify the customer requirements at his end. So they will have access to some web pages dedicated to them, and so no matter about what kind of cloud is supported behind and where the servers are. So in this way, we can grant customer the easiest way to have a cloud design solution, and we are also able to support certifications and guarantees about the data protection. And last but definitely not least for us, the development of solutions and application on the real-time world. We have experience, of course, in the FPGA design for video manipulation, video streams, and in the industrial market with the development of solutions integrating IO-Link, EtherCAT, master and slave solutions with real-time system or operating system behind. Last but not least, in the embedded design services Dave Embedded provides, there is what is connected to the security, which is very important nowadays. So Dave Embedded Systems, since already, I guess, 4 or 5 years, is supporting Secure Boot on his platforms, or Secure Boot is the name provided by NXP. There are other solutions from other silicon vendors, but let's say in general, we support the capability to secure the boot, making sure that only a certified and signed software can be launched on your device on the field. And we support the typical protocols for the delivery of messages and information from the edge to the cloud via MQTT or OPC UA. And last but not least, we are talking about systems where there are operating systems installed with problems connected to the security. So we are able to support customers providing vulnerability management and monitoring and management along the years based on kernel Linux in LTS version, so long time support. So these are the packages and services provided in the embedded system area from Dave Embedded. As I mentioned yesterday, we have talked about the machine learning services, and in the next days we will have other roundtables about the IoT services we provide. So going more in specific around this task. Last but not least, some examples, of course, in order to give you an idea where Dave Embedded is working. And this is an example of a standard code solution. So this is a solution based on Xilinx processor with FPGA, and we had to review our standard design in order to make a custom design. So in this case history, we had the first step, which was connected to the hardware embedded services, where we modified our standard design in order to produce and to deliver this product in LED finishing with high reliability components. So this product is for airborne, so it should be reliable against the thin whiskers. So we had to review this design from the hardware point of view in order to make it reliable. And from the software point of view, we developed a customized board support package based not on Linux but on Bixworks operating system. And we developed a custom FPGA in the real-time world. So with this case history, we are covering different areas of the embedded design services that Dave Embedded System can provide. Another example, different, is in the medical section, where we used we starting from our custom design, standard design called Axel Light. We had to customize it, defining a new product, so a new layout for the customer needs. So we had again to provide customers with an embedded service design in the hardware area, and finalizing it with a custom software board support package development, supporting customer in the integration of a Java virtual machine and a Java application running on top of it. And now, what is important to understand, due to is a medical application, now we are continuously providing updates in order to maintain the security of these two. So with this short presentation, I just gave you an overview about our capabilities around the embedded services we can provide. And now I'm available for any question and answer that you may have. Thank you very much for your attention. Hello?
Yeah, hi. This is Yusuf speaking.
Good morning.
I have a question. Do you have solutions where you have embedded system, GSM, or UMTS boards?
Yeah, we have some solutions where some carrier boards where customer requires us to integrate 4G LTE. Right now, let's say we worked also with GSM in the past, but nowadays everything is working around LTE solutions. So we have different solutions in the CAT-M and narrowband IoT area. And mainly we are actually working with Telit processors, called ME910 or LE910 that were integrated. These are modules with an USB interface and a direct interface for the SIM card. And another nice feature of these solutions is that you can integrate directly also with a Wi-Fi chip, and the problems connected with the frequency mismatch between 4G and Wi-Fi are at 2.4 gigahertz are automatically solved.
Okay, thank you very much. Is the software stack for the communication your own development, or do you source it from somewhere else?
Do you mean regarding this communication module or in general?
The communication board or module which you're using.
The Linux kernel and board support package for our solutions starts from the silicon vendor Linux BSP, and we adapt it to our board and test it deeply. Then, when we have to integrate a cellular module like the Telit one I mentioned before, we start from a driver provided by the silicon vendor, in this case Telit, but it can be SIMCON or whatever you want, and we integrate it and test it. And typically these modules have a standard way to speak with AT commands.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome. Any other question? Maybe I can add after this last question that it's the same if we integrate Android on our platform. So we start from the Android BOS core package provided by the silicon vendor. So for instance, for the NXP platform, so we start from the releases from NXP with Android 6, Android 7, Android 10, 9, depending on the platform. And we adapt it, adding sometimes some features. For instance, the Ethernet interface, which is not native in the Android stack, we add it by our own in order to enlarge the capabilities of our system. Another important feature that we will discuss in the following days in the specific IoT services we provide is whatever is included with the OTA strategies, so of the air strategies. Of course, these systems are all designed for over-the-air updates, and we can support you as seen before in the security area in order to have a cloud certified with the edge or vice versa. The update is downloaded locally, and then before launching it there is a check with secure boot, so all the secure chain is controlled and closed in order to grant you as much as possible a control over what will be installed on the edge platform. Another tip, if you want, is just a tip. According to our experience, we have a software way to recognize the version of hardware we have on the edge. So this means that our typical strategy is to have only one update for all the machines, and this update will be able to understand when it's launched on the field which board is running and adapt itself to the hardware version. This is valid also for PCB version, RAM components, and other stuff that may not be recognized automatically from the software side. So we integrate a system called config ID, which is a software tool which make easier your life of programmers. So you can have only one version of software and maintain only one version of software for the entire product lifecycle. Any other question? Hello?
No, thank you. That was fine.
Welcome.
Hello, Alexander speaking. Thank you for the presentation. So are there any steps planned to implement machine learning algorithms directly on your embedded systems?
Yes. Let's say I know that I have not so many minutes left, but I will just give you an hint about this. If you move, let me check if I can. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's possible. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me check. Now you can see my. This is the page, the booth page here, the embedded world. And you can see on the main page that there is a video that explains how Dave Embedded is working on the machine learning and artificial intelligence, especially at the edge side, because in the last year there are products like the NXP i.MX 810 Plus or the Xilinx FPGAs that are able to run algorithms at the edge side. So we have our internal know-how on this side, and if you want to have more information, we can have a talk later, or if you want, you can of course have a look on our website or let's say on our booth and watch this video that was launched yesterday. This is a social distancing application where we measure the social distancing in real time with the IMX 810 Plus. So now I'm trying to launch it. It's not running. No. Well. Member to our portfolio of. Let me check if I can show you something. I want to go just to the target point, and then if you want to see on the website, you can find it, or we can have a talk.
Super, perfect. Thank you. I think I find it at the Talk webpage of the Dave systems.
Good. Okay. So,
super. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Welcome. So if there are no other questions, I guess that we have to close here. We have 30 seconds left and we have to leave. So thank you very much once again for your time. And if you want to have more information from me, feel free to contact me or Uwe directly, and we can have a follow-up after this call, this roundtable. Thank you.